Hi, welcome to Taste It, episode 11. Today we're here at Marini's on 57, located at Petronas Tower 3, just next to KLCC. My name is Jennifer Ong and I am the host for HAPA TV. I'll be introducing a few new tasters today as we will have an amazing experience here at Marini's. I will take you up now to level 57 to take a look at that beautiful setup. So, we're here now at level 57. Let me take you into the restaurant to take a look at the cozy ambiance. Hi, Gabby. Hi, nice seeing you.
Nice to see you too. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good and hungry.
Yes, me too. I was just looking at the menu.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, hi, Nicholas.
Hello.
Hi.
See you guys. How's everyone doing?
Very good. Very good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad myself.
You hungry?
Yes,
I am so hungry. So how's traffic?
Not too bad. Hey guys.
Right. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, how are you?
I haven't seen you in ages. But you're still looking good. Huh?
Thank you. You too.
Right? Yeah. You met Gabby,
Gabby.
right? You know, Nick.
You.
Yeah.
How are you, friends?
Yeah, so how have you guys been?
Good, and I have to say, Jen, I skipped lunch earlier so that I could be here to enjoy Italian food, which is also my favorite, I have to say.
That's really good. I skipped lunch too, so I'm really excited about, having this particular dinner experience. I mean, what about you, Jeff? You've been here before.
I can always eat, so fine. No, this is my first time here. I can't believe it.
Oh,
Yeah.
first time.
I don't know why I've never been here before, but I'm so happy to be here now.
That's good. So, guys, welcome to the 11th episode. And today we're here with two news tasters. We have Nicholas here, Nicholas Ng. He's a food writer. I'll let Nicholas tell you more about him.
Yeah. Well, I basically do a bit of food writing and also marketing. So I actually understand the F&B industry pretty well. So I'm really looking forward to tasting this menu as usual. So I just can't wait to start eating, to be honest. So.
Interesting, yes. And then of course we have Jeff Ramsey. So what are we having today, Nicholas?
Well, we are having the Italian degustation menu, and it's going to be showcasing some of Marini's best dishes. So, including ranging from pastas to, of course, meats, because they're Italian, right? So we're just really looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah, I think it's quite an extensive menu. Actually, there's a lot on here.
Yeah, we have 4 mains today too.
And it looks really good.
Really good. Okay, can't wait to start.
Yes.
Shall we start with some wine?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
So let's start with some wine. I think we have. What is that? Let's see.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So over here is actually wine of Italy. It's just exclusive at Marini's on 57. So basically, this wine is come from Umbria, Italy. It's the central of the Italy, just near to the Tuscany. So the great variety of this wine is a Merlot blend and a little bit hint of Cabernet Sauvignon. So the producer is actually Sportelletti, Villa Spidiglia Rosso 2011.
So are you guys into wines?
Yes, I love wines. Of course, ladies, one of our favorite drinks is wine. Very well.
I love
With
wine.
our dinner.
But I would say my knowledge of wine, Nick, is probably not as vast as yours.
Well, mine isn't that vast either, but I would say this wine, because they actually bring it in themselves. I think they are a sole distributor, not really a distributor even. Like they just bring it in for their own restaurants, and it's actually quite a decent medium-bodied wine. I've had this before, but I'm not sure what vintage this is, what year it is.
Those are French grapes.
Yeah.
This is Italy, so
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Well, I guess I think when it comes to wines, it's kind of the grapes have been crossing borders all this time, right? And essentially, whatever we know as Italy or what we know as France has changed borders over many years. So like Kronenberg, for example, the beer it sounds like a German name, but it's actually France. So borders change all the time.
And interesting combination.
Yeah, well, it's a Merlot mixed with Cabernet, so it should be okay.
It's not very common.
That's quite common as well. It's quite common. It's very, very common to blend like different grapes from different regions as well. So, but obviously that's the whole, DOP and AOP and all the to protect the wines. And that's why this is quite a unique wine because actually a certain celebrity who visited Marini's in the past asked especially for this to be delivered to his hotel room after tasting it. And that person is Ed Sheeran. While he was in Malaysia, yes. So it's a slight anecdote about this wine that we have here.
Can we have a look at the bottle?
Sure.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah. Well, so it's a 2011 Rosso, which just means a red wine, and it's known for its Merlot and Cab Sauv and actually Cabernet Franco as well. Cabernet Franc. Sorry.
Nice. Can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna give it a go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
That's to you, chef.
Cheers.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
there you go, Gabby. We say we were hungry, right? Yes.
Ooh, breadsticks.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Bread is always good.
It's always good.
Carbs are our friends.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So while waiting for your lunch, we have some house-made bread for you to enjoy first. So in the basket, we have 3 selections of the bread. So the flat one is a crispy pizza. Triangle will be the wholemeal bread, and on the bottom, the round one is a sun-dried tomato. And on the side, so over here is our house-made Porcini, which is the breadstick. You can enjoy with on the side of you. We have our house-made butter truffle with some olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Please enjoy. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sun-dried tomato.
Oh yeah.
Sun-dried tomato bread.
Sun-dried tomato.
Honestly, I'm
nice.
very looking forward to the breadsticks. They look
Okay, which one?
they look simple but interesting.
Later you check with the chef. Tomato guna apa?
Huh?
Check with the chef. Nanti itu buffalo atau tomato guna apa? Supaya kita mana tulisannya. Yeah, shooting now. The coffee machine cannot use it. If one can, how big?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would be quite cautious because there is we have a pasta dish coming, we have meat dishes coming,
Try your best.
we have a salad next. So
It's all right. We just want to have a taste of it. Don't tell me yet, Jen. I haven't had any yet. Hang on.
Saya boleh letak potong.
I was a kid, I would
Alright.
so love this.
Yeah.
I still love this, and I'm an adult
Okay.
for the most part.
And that's truffle butter?
Giant chunks of truffle.
Oh,
It's not just truffle
Okay.
oil right there.
so we'll do the same.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna start digging, but I think we have something. Oh, look at
Excuse me,
that.
ma'am, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
That is so pretty.
what is this?
It's so pretty.
Oh, wow. It's a bonsai tree.
Okay.
Nick, what is in front of us right here?
This tree has earrings.
Yeah.
It does, isn't it? I think we could, Gabby, we can just put that on too.
Sure.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So while waiting for your first course, we have some like pre-appetizer for you to enjoy first. So you can see that they have 2 fruits hanging on the bonsai tree. So both is edible. It's a black olive stuffed with some sun-dried tomato, and outside coated with some parsley crumbs. So in front of you, we have some our house-made parsley mayonnaise as your dipping. So you just have to take it out from the tree, dip it, and enjoy it.
Okay, I can't wait.
It's really interesting. Is this a normal type
Yes.
of appetizer
Yeah,
served
yeah.
when customers come? Yeah, it is. Just so
Yeah.
great.
This is like one of their signature appetizers here.
Right.
You explaining it, I didn't quite hear. See what it says on there.
Well, it's not on the menu, so it's a pre-amuse-bouche, and it's essentially
It's an olive stuffed with salad.
Sun-dried tomatoes.
sun-dried tomatoes and coated with parsley.
Parsley.
The outside is parsley.
Yeah.
There's no pit, right?
No.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So just dip it into the mayonnaise.
Yeah, and you can eat it whole.
Okay. Gabby.
And the quick question: the mayo is?
It's
it
a parsley mayo as well.
Parsley mayo.
Parsley mayo. Okay. Let's see.
Parsley mayo.
Nicholas and Gabby, tell us.
You know, it's really difficult to be extremely ladylike while you really want to just devour something.
Yeah.
We'll try. I've never actually had anything quite like this before.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, it's filled with sun-dried tomatoes with that olive on the outside. And this parsley bit, I mean, maybe I need Chef Jeff's opinion on how this is done. Because it's almost like it's breaded on. That's what the texture
Yeah,
is.
it's
breaded.
parsley crumbs, I think. So, yeah, I think they must have.
And that's the inside of it. You
Where?
can see the dried
I think they
tomato.
bake the parsley with some red powder.
breadcrumbs or
Yeah, so that's what it tastes like. It tastes like parsley breaded
Yep.
crust, but not even a
Right.
crust, like a soft crust.
It's fine.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh wow! This is so pretty.
Mm.
Oh, look at
Excuse
how
me,
that's-
ladies and gentlemen, sorry for interrupting. Okay, so here's your first course. So we call it ova. So inside the eggshell, we have a scrambled egg on the bottom. On top, we have the Parmesan cheese espuma with some Parmesan chips and few slices of the black truffle. Please enjoy. Bon appetit.
we can get the
This is
taste
a-
in this.
You tell
Very
me.
delicate
Take this out, or
display.
Yeah. So how
like-
do we?
what is this
Well,
called?
I
Toy
would-
soldier or something?
Yeah, it's a Parmesan soldier, so. But you're meant to eat the whole thing,
Oh,
like a
it's
bit of
cheesy.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. So
It's a
how do we do
Parmesan
it?
espuma,
Yeah. So we
and
put-
on the bottom there is scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Right.
So just
Dig in.
dig in and try to get a bit of everything. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna show you
Oh Lord.
how to do it, how to enjoy it. While Gabby's taking beautiful shots. Look at that.
I mean, I have
Okay, I'm
to
gonna show you how
look
the
at
shots of Gabby.
look at how delicate that looks, and the play of colors in the bowl.
Okay. Right. So Nicholas was saying, how do you do it?
Use your spoon, dig in,
Spin it all
and try
in.
to get a bit of everything.
I don't like try and remove that top piece first. No.
No,
we just
no.
Go in?
I
Okay.
would just go at it
Okay, here we
with the
go.
spoon.
Look at that.
Yeah, try to reach down
All
all
the way down?
Yeah,
Oh, we're going in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, Gabby. Gabby says we're going in,
We're
so
going,
let's
we're
see what's
going,
inside.
we're going deep
and
in
then
there.
What's going
So
inside.
there you go. We have the truffle scrambled eggs. We also have the Parmesan foam right there, and the black truffle on top.
Okay.
This seems very orgasmic, so I'm just going to help myself. Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, with truffle, you really you really taste all of the flavors in the truffle. It's creamy.
Yeah.
You know, I think egg naturally has a natural creaminess to it, right?
Yeah. I'm
And
going to show you.
Parmesan adds to that savoriness.
Jeff
Yeah,
is going to
that's
show
that-
you
that
what's
umami.
really inside. Let me just, okay. Can you
Whoa.
see what's really inside it? There. So that's the scrambled egg, right? Yes, you were saying?
Yes, that is.
Right. Okay.
So there's the egg,
The truffle
Parmesan
scrambled
espuma.
Sorry.
The truffle scrambled egg, yeah.
Yes. So there's truffle in the scrambled egg
In
as
the-
well.
Yeah, you
Right.
can see it.
Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna just do this up a bit. There. So. Oh, you're right, Gabby. It's
Yeah.
creamy. And you can taste the truffle. And it's got really good balance and good mix, right, Nicholas?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Like there's a lot of flavor coming off the
There,
Parmesan
So you
foam.
see the
Yeah.
truffle inside? Look at that. Oh, this is like a great chow and mushy.
Yeah.
So what we're having next, Jeff? What do you think?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Well, we've
Oh.
been surprised by a bunch of
Surprise,
things so
surprise.
far, so I don't know.
Oh, this was the color thing that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah?
like a version of Caprese salad.
Excuse me,
Salad
ladies and
caprese.
gentlemen. Sorry for interrupting. So over here is actually your next course, course number 2, buffala. So it's buffalo mozzarella cheese, panna cotta. On the bottom, we have 2 different types of puree, which is the basil and the tomato puree. On the side, we serve with some helium tomatoes. Please enjoy. Bon appetito. You're welcome.
So it kind of looks like a Jackson Pollock painting, doesn't it?
It does. It just looks too pretty.
And it smells great too.
Like, it's so pretty, isn't it? Did you ever see
I mean, the colors, they stand out a lot, but what I'm getting from it as well,
Okay,
Jen, is
yeah.
this freshness. There's I think the tomato and basil.
I can smell the basil.
Yeah.
Looks amazing.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna just
amazing.
show you
What does he mean by panna cotta?
the menu.
So
How it looks?
now the panna cotta, I think, is the way the buffalo mozzarella is treated.
They said it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's the interesting flair about this dish, I think. That it's not what you would expect of buffalo mozzarella.
No. It's different.
Okay. It's tasting time.
So you see, when you cut into it, it's not like buffalo mozzarella. It's actually a panna cotta. Like
Oh, were we supposed to cut into it? I just ate the whole thing.
eat as you like.
Okay, Nick, you're gonna cut it in, and then let me take a look and see what's. Okay.
So if you cut it in, you'll see that it's not so much just like a regular buffalo mozzarella. It's actually a bit more creamy, like the texture is different, and it's
Okay.
because it's actually made into a panna cotta.
I see.
Yes.
And is that how it makes the texture different? When
Yes,
it's made into a
it
panna
gives it a
cotta?
different texture, and I think it also adds a bit more sweetness to it.
Right.
Yeah, and again, this is a very modern interpretation of a caprese salad, you know,
Okay.
which is one of their new dishes, I think.
Right. Okay, so this is also new.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in that foie gras.
All right, let's look at what we're having.
Taking a break from
Right
truffle.
on your right, yeah.
Taking a break from the truffle.
That is so pretty.
Oh my god.
Gabby, are you taking photos?
I am.
Okay.
I promise you I
I'll
am.
take,
Jen.
yeah, please.
All
I'll
for
take them.
all for
So cute.
Instagram.
God, look at that.
That's a beautiful plate as well.
Get that color. It's that raspberry that waffle.
It looks like a dessert.
So pretty.
That's the Royale. It's like a creme brulee. Okay.
It does. Right.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So your next course, which is the dual foie gras. So you can see that on the big plate we have the pan-seared duck liver. On the side we have some our house-made waffle with some raspberry puree. So on top of your dishes we have the duck liver creme brulee with some balsamic reductions. Okay, so please enjoy. Bon appétit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there, do you recommend an order? This one, then that one?
You can start with the duck liver first and then just a little bit with the creme brulee. Yeah, just mix it and enjoy it.
Okay, so how
Sorry
would you
guys,
go?
you know what we're doing? We're just
I know.
trying to
I want to
capture
take,
the most
they're just
prettiest.
so, yeah, I just want to capture
photographs.
the whole
I didn't
video
even take a picture.
because it's just so pretty.
It's all of
Nicholas,
that
isn't it?
color, that
Well, I mean,
foie gras.
Nicholas, you're a food writer.
Yeah, my favorite form of foie
Can you
gras
tell
is
us?
two ways. So,
Two ways.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see what. Okay, Jeff, how are you gonna go? We're gonna follow you.
How would you
Look,
go about
I'm
it?
maybe I'm an expert cooker, but not eater. Okay, so you show me.
Well,
Okay, Nicholas?
I would start with the foie, but I also want to pay attention to how the oxalis on the red dots look like butterfly
Oxalis.
wings.
Yes.
Oh, they
These are quite
do,
big,
Yeah,
huh?
come. I'm gonna show you how
Yeah.
how it looks like the butterfly wings.
Which is quite
Let me show
clever.
you.
Right here.
Well, okay, why don't I
Yeah.
check this side?
So are we the?
You're right, Nicholas.
What do we? How do we combine them or what? Because
Yeah,
this,
so
this
I
looks
would-
like you just eat it.
No, I would go with I would eat the foie on its own first, and then spread the
What?
the creme the foie brulee on top of
Ew.
the
Okay.
waffle.
Waffle. Okay, so Nicholas,
With
you
the
show
raspberry.
us.
So
How would you
that,
do that?
I would just eat on its own, like with a dip of the sauce. And I would take a bit of that.
There's a,
So you put that at the top.
Then have that as a morsel.
And how does that taste?
Look at
No
his
words.
face. Look at his face. He's all
you're
red.
a food reviewer. Don't say no words.
Very well balanced. I like how the raspberry sauce actually strangely complements the what do you call this?
Royale.
The Royale, yeah. The Foie Gras Royale.
Nice. Okay. No. So Gabby and I are gonna dig in out.
No whispering.
Wow.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's here.
Yes.
Oh,
Nick.
truffle.
Yes.
Oh, that's the risotto.
Surprise! Surprise!
So
Oh, that's
this was the dish I was
Ooh.
talking about.
The caviar
Smell
of,
it already.
of rice.
The caviar of rice.
Of rice.
Yes. It's made from a grain called the cannaroli rice, which is essentially many call the king of rice. Okay.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So moving forward to your next course, which is the risotto. It's a cannaroli risotto cooked with some porcini mushroom. On the top, we have a few slices of the black truffle. Please enjoy. Bon appetit.
Thank you
You're welcome.
very much.
okay.
Very done
Jeff.
explanation.
Jeff is gonna show. I just watched him just now.
Yeah.
And Jeff had
I
his
wish I
whole
could just.
face
I
on
just
it.
put my
Okay,
whole
hold on.
face here.
Okay.
So how
That's
you
what
do
you do
it?
as a
Like
chef.
you go chef.
Okay, tell us what you
Serve
smell.
already, then
Tell
you
us the
come to
aroma. Tell us. Chef, put it closer.
I
No,
smell-
put it closer. Okay, tell us. Okay, tell us what.
I smell the blend of porcini,
It's a cannaroli
more
risotto.
porcini
So like
with the
aesthetics.
truffle, and it's
Oh, it is.
everything you wished for sure.
I will smell it.
Okay. What do you think?
Oh, pretty unreal. And you know, I do have a question here
Okay.
while we're looking at this dish. Nick, when we're talking about flavors and produce, can you tell me a little bit about Marini's and where the bulk of their produce comes from in order to get such flavorful dishes?
Well, the thing with Marini's is they use only very high quality premium ingredients. And this is a simple, delicate, yet a very good example of what Marini's represents. They have, you see, like when you eat it, you'll realize that it's different from a lot of risottos you've probably had, and it's because of this rice. And it retains its form no matter how long you cook it. So when you eat it, it has the creaminess of a normal risotto, but with a bite at the same time because of the rice that's used.
Yeah.
I was in Hawaii for a year. Picked up the local lingo a bit. When you have a taste this good, you say broke the mouth.
Broke the mouth.
Yeah, this dish is breaking my mouth.
Broke them
So
out.
good.
But this is what I was talking about.
You know what? I need to take a photograph of this. It's so good.
Like it's a beautifully refined dish.
So good, huh?
Yeah. And I mean, especially if you enjoy mushrooms as well, then I think that a mushroom risotto would be your choice
Yes, exactly. Like
when
risotto's the best experience either with mushrooms
Yeah.
or with
So good.
seafood.
Yeah.
So good.
So they go really good with seafood as well.
It's either or.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you mix mushrooms with seafood, then you're gonna get a clash.
Yeah.
So, you
So,
know,
so Nicola, maybe you want to tell the audience, for those of you who love risotto, tell them
Yeah.
about this dish. For those of you who love risotto,
so for those who love risotto, I would highly recommend a dish like this because it's very simple ingredients, but at the same time, you have amazing flavor profiles. And when you think about it, it's what you're tasting maybe 3 or 4 flavors and that's it. Like the mushrooms are very prominent in it. Then you have the creaminess from the rice,
okay.
which is it's what we call amylopectin. Amylopectin is a form of starch. It causes the starchiness of things
And that comes from the rice.
from the rice itself.
See,
So with
okay.
normal rice,
Right.
like normal arboreal rice that you use to make risottos, when you cook it, it releases that creaminess, but you lose the bite because as you cook the rice longer, it becomes softer.
Right.
Whereas with carnaroli, you don't get that problem. You still get that full form bite, which is very unique.
Yeah.
Okay, now I prepare this special dish available only in this time. It's a homemade tagliatelle with this amazing white truffle
Oh,
from HAPA.
Alba white
What
truffles.
is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jen,
Gabby.
I think it's your turn
Okay.
to say what it is. The king
Gabby.
Oh wow!
king of
So
the
we had the
truffle.
king of mushrooms and the king of rice. Here we have the king of truffles, right?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's on Jeff's face.
I'm gonna
Oh,
just take a
look at that.
smallest.
Yeah.
Now the
Jeff,
truffle
can
is
you
all
behave?
mixed.
You're in a fine dining
It's all
restaurant.
mixed in with the gushy
Yeah.
in there.
Okay. Let's see.
Now to get a big bite of truffles.
Yep. We're waiting, Jeff.
Okay.
Come on.
Wow!
Make some noise.
You make eating look so good.
Oh baby.
Chef gave thumbs up. You gave thumbs up.
Okay. So,
So give us a
Chef
little bit
Jake-
more than thumbs up.
That's not the only thing that's up.
that's not the only thing that's up, Gabby. Gabby has got so much white
That's-
truffle. Look at that, guys.
Just have a look at
See,
that.
I think Chef likes Gabby so
so-
much. She got the biggest one. Jealous.
Aw.
Jealous. Okay. At the same
Alright.
time, we have Nicholas there, digging in already.
I am going
Yeah,
to
I
get
can't
into
wait.
it. So I'm gonna do this,
Okay.
sorry, as slow as possible just so I can savor every moment.
What is that?
So there we go.
Okay. Okay.
All right, just
Now,
that little bit
go.
right there.
Okay. You got enough truffles in there. Are you truffled out? Speak, Gabby.
I am truffled out. White truffle in a creamy pasta.
How's the blend? Is it heavy?
No,
Combination good?
it's not a heavy combination. It's not too creamy either because of, I believe, what is at the bottom, which is, that's not on our menu, is it? Because it's a special dish.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so good.
Wow, that was so good. But I'm as much as I wanna.
Oh.
Oh, you see?
Here we
Say
go.
it.
Main course is here, guys.
Our main course.
Okay.
Mm.
Main course is here. We had 2 score, right? One was a 5, one was a 9.
a
9, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I
this is the
can't tell
9.
the difference.
What's your guess?
Okay, let's see
now
what.
that it's here.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So your next course, your main course, we have 4 selections. So I will start from the first one, which is the Wagyu tenderloin marbling score 5, medium rare. So in the middle, we have some sauteed of the asparagus, Brussels sprout, and on the side, we have the potato mole. Inside have the potato espuma with some truffles essence as well. So the sauce, the chef will be using, which is the beef jus and some herb sauce.
So this is the 5, right?
Marbling
This is
score 5. Yes,
score.
ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so for the next one, agnello, which is the braided lamb rack, served with some roasted
that's what that
potato,
means. Agnello's
the gratin
lamb.
on the top, and then the bottom is a portobello mushroom. So the foam is actually Parmesan cheese foam.
Oh, more Parmesan cheese.
Okay, so moving to the next one. It's a Wagyu tenderloin marbling score 9. So you can see that basically the ingredients is almost the same. We have one additional ingredient, which is the saute of the porcini mushroom.
The
So
king
this
of
is the
mushroom.
king of mushroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so last but not least,
Alright. And what do we have?
on your right, so start from the top, we have the roasted codfish with some red capsicums salad. Bottom, we have a cod tripe, capsicums puree, and some black garlic sauce. And on the side, the foam is botaga foam.
A botaga foam.
Yes. Please enjoy. Bon appetito.
Right, thank,
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna be asking Jeff because he was talking about the different score, right? And
Andrew.
how do you tell the difference? So Jeff, do we need to look? Can you tell before or after?
You really can't tell
Maybe
now
we put both together.
unless you can.
Gabby?
You can kind of see the surface, and
Okay.
you would be able to see some more of the marbled fat in there. But
Are you able to tell from
there's
here?
a bit of sauce in the surface covering it. But
Okay.
you can see this
so
swath
how
of
do you
fat
see
right
that?
here, this one right here, and this one right here. I don't know if they'll still come out on camera, probably not, but we can see here that this one's got a good amount of the intermuscular fat weaved into it.
Right. Okay. And the other one?
The other one, the color is slightly more, let's say raspberry-like, bit more red. So there are still, because it's Wagyu, you still have that intermuscular fat, but not as much.
Right. So which one do you think is the 5? Which one's the 9?
This is the 5 and this is the 9.
Okay.
He told us because the 9 has the porcini on it.
Jeff, come on! I was just trying to test his skills and knowledge. Okay, that looks really cool.
Well, the best way to tell between 2 different cuts is by
Right.
taste. So
My taste, yeah. It's the texture.
It's-
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry for you guys at home. You can't taste it, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know.
The texture
the
of
texture,
the Wagyu.
yes,
Right.
and the flavor of the meat. as
Okay,
well.
so if you were to do a blind tasting, so okay, let's ask a food writer and a chef. So if you were to do a blind tasting of the Wagyu 5 score and the Wagyu 9, how can you tell the difference?
For me,
For
it
blind
would-
tasting,
for
yeah.
me, if I did a blind tasting, it would be what I usually find is that with let's say you get a marble score 9, you get more fattiness to it, but I find that the lower marbling scores, meaning that they have less fat, right? So they usually have more beefiness to it.
Beefiness.
Yeah, like a beefy flavor to it. It's a very it's just the flavor of beef. It's really hard to explain. Like more iron. I think that's a way of putting it as well.
Right. How do you do that blind tasting? You did a blind tasting. How can you tell that difference?
It's exactly what Nicholas said. There's nothing exactly right. But you know, in Japanese cuisine, they're used to eating things smaller anyways because that's how they eat. There's a philosophy of only getting 80% full, you know, to appreciate the food more. If you're still hungry for more, you can actually enjoy the meal more. When you're fully stuffed and you have to loosen the belt up, you know, that is uncomfortable and it's not, you've already past the point of maximum enjoyment. So that's that thing. But because in America where I'm from, also people will get a 300 gram Wagyu steak and that'll be,
Would it be
they'll
a
be
high
just fine.
marbling? Would it be
With
a high
with
marbling?
high marbling.
And
they're like
they can
this.
eat that?
Yeah, they're like
300,
bragging
yeah.
about it, you know. It's like, I can do a half kilo myself. People are saying, no, big guys, you know. So, you know, teach his own. But yeah, typically the more fat, the more mild. Yeah.
So if you were to do a blind tasting just now between the
Let's do it.
marble fat,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so later I think we're gonna tell the guys.
Don't tell us
Don't
which
tell
is
us
which.
which
Don't
is
announce.
which we're gonna do, and then you can tell us how do you differentiate the taste.
Might as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do. So guys, we're gonna have a blind tasting right now between Chef Jeff Ramsey and Nicholas. Let's
All
see
right.
what they're gonna
Sure.
tell us.
Forget Iron Chef,
about
this is
the
Iron
Marble
Eaters.
5 and the Marble 9. So we're gonna start with Jeff first.
Okay.
Don't cheat.
What does the winner get?
Okay, I'm gonna close
Okay, what
my
does
eyes.
the winner get? I think we need to talk to Marini.
We are all winners here today,
Okay.
basically.
So are we ready, guys? We ready? We're gonna start with Jeff first. Okay. So Jeff is gonna start.
I'm going to start with what I think is the
Okay, I'm
5.
not gonna look. Okay, you tell me.
This is what I think is the 5,
Okay.
based on its appearance.
Put one
Now I've
first.
cut through it, and now
Okay.
I can see the meat uncovered,
Wait, let me see.
untainted
Where?
by the
I want to
sauce.
see where.
See this?
Okay. What do you think this is? Before you try, what do you think this is? 5 or 9?
I'm certain this is the 5.
You're certain?
I'm
Okay, now you try it.
Okay.
Now you try it. Okay. You can't talk because Jeff is trying to digest. 5 or 9.
The more you chew it, the more flavor you're getting out of it.
Has it got a lot of fats in it?
No, not that much,
Okay.
but a good amount.
So 5 or 9.
I'd still stick with my 5. And
Okay.
then
So now?
this one, and the knife cuts really well. These are fancy
Okay.
French
Show it
knives.
us before you put it in. Show it to me first.
Oh, I'm going to show you.
Okay. See.
So
What's this one?
you can already see here there's a bit of marbling fat right there.
Okay, turn it around. Show it.
Some here as
Okay.
well.
So you think this is a 9? Okay.
The marbling, it's not just a piece of fat hanging off the side, you know? This is
Right.
interwoven into the meat,
Okay.
and that fat creates succulence. It's different from juiciness, but it gives you a luxurious taste in the mouth. That's called succulence.
9?
That's the 9.
That's a 9? Are you sure?
All right,
Will
you're
you
up,
show
Nicholas.
mine?
Did you say the left or the right is the 9? Which one? Which one is
Which
the
one
9?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, let me try.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nicholas turn.
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna
Okay,
try
wait,
this
hold
one
on.
first. The one on the
Which one first?
on the right.
Okay. Hang on. You gotta show me the piece. Okay, it's in your mouth.
Right.
Okay. Right. So Gabby's gonna take first the shot of. Hang on. Yeah. So show Gabby. Nicholas, show Gabby that piece.
This is a tiny piece.
Okay, turn it around. Okay, now what? 5 or 9? Ah! Too quick. Okay, 5 or 9.
I have to try the other one. Okay.
Show me the
Nicholas,
piece.
show us. So show
me
us
the
the
piece.
Okay.
Okay.
9 or 5 first, Nicholas, before you put it in to your mouth.
This looks like it's the 9. That looks like it's the 5. But
Okay, now into. Let's see, Nicholas.
this is definitely the 9.
It's definitely a 9. Why is it a 9?
It's It's got a nicer like bite to it. It's got a nicer flavor. There's more
Okay.
fat in it. It's easier
You
to
can
chew.
taste the
yeah.
fat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a more expensive cut than that.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, next up, you know,
I
you're
do-
never really done with your
Without
meal.
dessert.
There's always a little pouch in your belly somewhere that has a lot of space for
Mm.
dessert. And today we are having the tiramisu. And there you
So
have
true.
it. Nice. Thank you.
So while waiting for your desserts, we have
While
some,
waiting
like,
for desserts, here's a dessert.
Yes, sure. Okay, so this is actually like a pre-dessert. We call it Bombolini. It's kind of like a classic Italian donut, stuffed with some vanilla pastry cream. So you can just
Say that again.
Bombolini.
Bombolini.
Yes.
Bombolini.
Cute.
Okay, so wet tissue. You can enjoy with your finger, yeah?
Thank you.
Gabby, do
You're
you
welcome.
want
Thank you very
to
much.
take pictures of this before
I
we
do,
pop
of
in
this
those donuts?
Bombolini.
Cute.
Bombolini.
Bombolini. Is that right? Is that what it's
So
called?
cute, yeah.
Okay. We never not take
Too big,
photos.
sorry.
Let's go close to them. The cute little donut balls. Are you having one? Jeff, are you having one?
Sorry, just taken aback by a message I just got.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, I'm so full.
I wonder what's inside. He mentioned what was inside. I obviously wasn't listening. What is inside the
He
bombolini?
didn't say. He didn't say what was
What
inside.
flavor is the bombolini? What flavor is the filling? The custard?
It's
Vanilla.
vanilla pastry cream.
Vanilla.
Vanilla custard.
Vanilla, yeah.
Vanilla custard.
Because some places would also do it with pistachio. That's
Yes.
another good flavor, and it's also another very Italian flavor, you know,
Yes.
pistachios.
That's right.
But yeah, this is a very traditional Italian dessert.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
So it's their version of a donut hole, you know, like a filled donut. It's kind of like a profiterole, but different.
That's right. I was thinking that as
Yeah.
well. A mini looking one. Actually, you know, one of the things about Marini's now that, you know, we're coming towards the end of our meal is that during this time, naturally, when the sun is around, it's hiding at the moment, you have a very beautiful sunset view from this very area right here.
That's right.
It's just that unfortunately, you know, it's been raining, so we can't see that today. But those are one of the beauties of coming up here and seeing the city of Kuala Lumpur.
Yes, that's right. So you know, nice ambiance, great sunset, and oh my god,
Amazing food and amazing company.
yes,
guys.
of course.
Very-
You know,
Oh yeah, it's just been a great dinner so far. So
that's been like you know. This
And
is
that
epic.
tiramisu
It's an epic
is
meal.
here.
okay. So
okay,
tell us more about.
we're in the end game, guys.
Bombolini. Bombolini.
Show the audience.
Mmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Bombolini ball.
Bombolini.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
that's the thing I feel about like the Italian language. Most of their food sounds like what they look like.
Yeah, isn't it
You know
like
what I
some
mean?
mafia or something?
Like Bombolini looks exactly like what you would think it would be, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna talk about this. Nicholas, Jeff, tell
Yes.
us.
So this is a tiramisu, and what makes it special is that it actually has truffles again.
Okay, black
So it's
truffles.
a black truffle, yes. So it's quite a unique. It's quite a unique take on a tiramisu.
Actually, I'm curious, what's the thing on top?
That's
Is
the
that the
truffle.
truffle? It, okay,
Okay.
so it's almost golden.
That one there.
And these things are
That is
the spoon.
no. This are just like
They're called
Espresso.
twills.
twills. Yes.
I don't think so.
Twill.
wheel. Yeah.
Send it up this one. Up.
Gabby, have you taken the photo?
Have you taken?
Yeah,
Because
but
we need to show it to Kevin and make him go crazy about this. Oh, there you go again. There you go. You know, the camera just gotta keep zooming in. Do that again. Do that again. look at Jeff. Just look at Jeff, guys. Look at Jeff. This is how you eat tiramisu with truffle here. Do that. Do that. Longer.
Okay. You don't.
Wow. That's how you eat tiramisu truffle here in Marini's. Right? Yeah. See, look at that face.
Whoa.
Okay. It sounds
It's not what I was expecting.
Okay, it sounds too
Right? It's not something like you would expect.
It's not overly sweet, you know?
Yeah,
It's not, right?
it strangely works.
Okay. So before we wrap up, Jeff, maybe what do you wanna say about today's menu and today's tasting session?
Truly decadent. I've never had so many truffles in my life in one meal. And if you want an over-the-top, very tasty, very well done menu, then this is the place to be. Also my restaurant too, but. And as far as this dessert goes, I do like it. However, it can be pretty much everything on the menu was extremely stellar. This one, it's very new to me. Coffee and chocolate and truffle with the cream, and so I'm still on the fence about it. But don't take my word for it.
Isn't it? Yeah. So today marks, the tasted session at Marini's marks a very important milestone. If ever truffle and coffee comes up, Nicholas, don't forget me. Okay, so Gabby, you want to go first?
first off, I want to say I've had a great time with all of you here, and of course, it's an honor to dine at Marini's. I've enjoyed everything thoroughly, and I'm the same with Jeff. I've never had so much truffles all at one go. It's the first time almost every dish has truffles. But that's it, right? It's fine dining, and it's luxurious fine dining. And other things that I enjoyed the antipastis a lot. I mean, that would be me. The risotto was good. I'm gonna tell you, it was lovely. But again, not a risotto person myself.
Okay.
When it comes to desserts, a huge dessert person, so I'm gonna say yes to the truffle with the coffees.
Okay.
That's right, I'm gonna say thank you, Marini.
That's great. Nicholas.
Well, for me, I really like the risotto, and I actually really like the fish as well. I think the fish was prepared very well. It had nice flavors. There was black garlic, capsicum. Capsicums are very Roman ingredient as well. They use it a lot there. But obviously, the star would have been that truffle, the white truffle pasta. So. That is pretty much a gift, It's,
It is.
White truffles themselves.
You're right, Nick. It is truly a gift.
Yeah.
It's not every day that we can
It's not every day.
have
Yes.
white truffles
That's
served
right.
to us.
It's not like having rice every day.
Yeah.
Pastas every day.
Yeah.
It's like to some people might be an experience of a lifetime, or
a
some might be
delicacy
an
on its
experience
own.
once a year.
Yeah.
But it's really good. I mean, I personally like the truffle scrambled eggs. It was so mind-blowing that I crushed the eggshell. But
You're so excited.
but it was really nice because I like the blend of it, and I'm not so much a scrambled egg person, but it was really yummy. Finished it. The blend was really nice. And next dish would be, I would say, the risotto.
Yeah.
Yeah, the risotto was really amazing. I love risotto, and I love mushroom. Of course, when you have that mixed with the black truffle, that was really good. And in terms of main, definitely the Wagyu 8. sorry, the Wagyu 9, the score 9 was really good. It really melts in your mouth. And I understand what Jeff says about, you know, that fat where it just melts in your mouth. And I can imagine if you were to take a marble 12, right? You'll be like, wow. So that was really nice. Dessert, yes, I agree with Gabby. I'm actually not so much a dessert person, but you know what? This one, I love it. I love the taste of the coffee with the truffle. Yeah. Not sweet, not heavy. Very good ending to a meal. And I've had an amazing dining experience here. It's been a long time since I had such luxurious dining. And I would strongly recommend for anyone who just wants to have, you know, want to treat yourself or want to have a celebration of a very important dinner, please do come by and taste this menu. You know, you will not regret it. It's really, really mind-blowing. So yes, so thank you so much to Marini's on 57. I've had a great time, and I'm sure all our tasters here too.
Yeah, definitely.
A phenomenal time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? Earlier we were talking about the food here, and you know they do really good pizzas on the other side as well. The pizzas are only
you mean
available
where
at the bar side.
The bar side, they
Yes.
do pizzas
They
there.
actually do all day. They actually do sunset dining now. So
On the other
Yeah.
side, well, you
So they have a menu. They have
yes,
a sunset menu.
they have a sunset menu. Yes.
Okay, good. So you guys heard Nicholas just say that they have a sunset menu over at Marini's Bar with the beautiful sunset, right?
Yeah.
The sunset
Yeah, facing
view.
the
Love
Petronas Towers. And
Facing the Petronas Towers with a beautiful sunset view. You want to have a nice cool drink and some pizzas, please do go by. And I think dining starts here at 6:30 p.m. Yeah, the first seating at 6:30. So do make your bookings, because now with the social distancing, they have, you know, lesser tables, but you know, do call in and make a booking, and yeah, have a drink before that or after that. Yeah. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for joining us. Thank you for joining us here on Tasted episode 11 at Marini's on 57. And we hope to see you at our next episode. Not going to tell you where it is. And yeah, so we'll see you again sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Saluti.
Saluti.
Saluti.